Hey y'all, I am home gardener Ayana Glaze here in Zone 8A in Georgia, and I am reacting to Salty Dog Homestead sharing 9 things that gardeners over 40 need to know. And I'm here for it because I'm a gardener over 40. Let's not waste any time. Let's check it out. And share it as we start to watch.
Gardening over 40 sure does hit different. Y'all, welcome back to the channel. Last weekend, I had the perfect day in the garden. Spent about 5 hours out here, no music, no phone, just me, nature, the birds chirping. It was perfect. And it had me to thinking about gardening over 40. And so I came up with these 9 things that you need to hear, not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So let's get to it. Number 1, you don't have to keep up with nobody, okay? Don't try to. You don't have to do it. There's no reason to even put it in your mind because, like I've said before in my videos, the only person you're competing against is the person you were yesterday.
I like that. And that is actually something in life to tell you. No, you ain't got to compete with nobody. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? You know, and my dad, when I first started gardening last year, like on my own, my dad's like, "Have you ever done this before?" And I'm like, "Well, no, except for you." He said, "No, but have you ever done it? Just you decided, good out there and do a garden." I'm like, no. So a lot of it is trial and error, and you got to do what works for you. But you ain't got to compete with nobody else. Do you?
That's it. Ain't no keeping up with the Joneses. I know it's easy to scroll down social media and whatnot, and you sit there and you're like, man, look at that. That looked perfect. That looked perfect. Trust me, there's something behind that perfect. All right, there's something behind it. So just over 40,
pretty collar too.
You had your glory day.
No, what you talking about? I still got
don't try to keep up with everybody. You don't owe anyone speed or perfection. The only thing you owe is you owe the garden to show up and do what you're supposed to do. And that's it. And this one's rising right to the top for me. Number 2, rest is productive.
Oh my God. Everybody keep telling me this.
I know some of
my therapist just told me, your cup is empty. You need to take you some time for you and put everybody else and everything else on hold. People have been telling me about resting for years.
So many of us, we get caught up in that, got to be productive, got to be doing something, got to be doing something. Well, when you hit a certain age, resting is doing something, okay? Because we don't bounce back like we used to. You know, I know it's hard to admit it. It's hard to admit it, but we don't bounce back like we used to. And so taking a break, sitting down, even if it's in between tasks, you used to be able to get out here and you knock out 10 tasks and you like, yeah, throw something else at me, But now it's like, you knock out 10 tasks, but you're going to be down for 10 days. So just knock out a task, take a break, get you something to drink, put your feet up a little bit, and just know that you'll get back to it and it will be just fine. Rest is productive. Number 3, invest in tools that work for you. Check out.
And don't be trying to go broke trying to get stuff neither. That's something else too. But yeah, the tools that work for you for where you are and what you can do.
This single tine cultivator from Hoss, I can use it to get weeds out of the garden. I don't have to bend over, save my back a little bit. Get you some nice gloves, keep your skin protected. Ergonomic shears that work real good in your hand. You don't want your hands hurting when you're out there. Some raised garden beds like this right here. I
said if I ever do raised bed gardening, I want it to be where the garden bed is up high so I can actually work, because all that bending over is for the birds. Or either I need to be able to have me a little chair out there that I can scoot around.
Vego, my other raised garden bed back there, so much easier to stand here and work in this bed than it is for me to get down on the ground and work in that bed. So Investing in tools that help you as you age are a game changer.
Mm.
Oh, hey, the next thing, listen to your body.
Oh goodness. Okay, I'll
Hey,
take that lesson.
that back start hurting, tightening up on you, the knees start to creak a little bit. Y'all know how it is. And hey, before y'all say, okay, I'm 46 years old, all right? So before y'all say, oh, you youngster, you wait till you get 60, wait till you get 70, you know? I hear you and I feel you, okay? But all my fellow retired veterans out there that served 20 years in the military, let me know what your body feel like when you get up out the bed.
That's funny. I ain't never served in the military, but I do know what he's talking about because after you done had some babies, after you've been out here working for all these years, as a woman, shoot, it's certain things you just not gonna do like you used to do. It just don't work that way. So I'll take that lesson right there too. Listen to your body, because one thing you don't want to do is somebody come outside and find you passed out in your garden because you done overdid it.
It ain't no walk in the park no more. But hey, we all have gone through different paths in our life to get to where we are. And you know, my aches and pains don't mean nothing to your aches and
Mm,
pains, because your aches and pains is your aches and pains.
mm.
Mine's is mine. Mine shouldn't mean nothing to you except for a little bit of grace from time to time. But
I'm glad he said that too, because what hurts me may not hurt you. The way something affects you may not affect me, and vice versa. So I can get with that. I can get with that.
but no, hey, listen to your body. Take a rest. If your knees is hurting, your feet hurting, get you some shoes that you can work out in. Now let me tell you, I don't know if y'all can see them, but I got these brunt boots on. And let me tell you, a lot of people say, man, you got them boots on, they probably hurt your feet. Brunt workwear boots are the best boots I've ever had. I'd rather
Now I probably have on me some X and some of them nice Walmart sneakers that look so cute and they look like they feel comfortable too, but I ain't finna get no heavy boots. I ain't
wear
going
these
no
than my tennis shoes most of the time. So if you're looking for some brunt boots, check them out in my description below. I got the link down there. Go on and check them out. Look at all the testimonies. This video
Y'all heard him, y'all. Go to this video on his page and check out them boots. Check out them boots.
ain't about that, but I'm just saying, they got good boots. But your shoulder hurting a little bit. Y'all know that trick shoulder that you got. Your shoulder hurting a little bit, your back hurting. Sometimes shoot, I just be I don't know, like I turn wrong and my thumb start hurting. Know
I look at my finger sometimes when they go to her like, dog, why you hurting all of a sudden? Why you itching too? But why you hurting? I ain't did nothing to you. What's wrong with you?
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen to your body. Your body is telling you, hey, take a break. Resting is productive.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get to that a little bit later. Now, it's okay to start over again. All right. It is okay to start over again in the garden and in your life. All right. So, about 2 years ago,
Before he tells his story, made me a little teary eyed when he said it's okay to start over. Because about 2 years ago, I found myself in a position of having to start over, and I'm still trying to adjust to the whole notion of starting over. And my YouTube channels, to have a few, they are me starting over. So when he said this, he ain't even started talking yet, and it's already struck something in me. So I'm very interested in hearing what he has to say.
actually going on 2 years ago, I made the decision to cut a lot of people out of my life, a lot of people. And it was very easy. I just stopped contacting them. I stopped putting in effort to be in their life. Okay. And in doing so, a lot of people fell out of my life. But I tell you, when I went to that festival a couple weeks back, it really dawned on me that I wasn't losing people. I was gaining a new circle. And man, I am so blessed to have the circle around me that I have today. Same thing goes in the garden. It's okay if a crop fails. It's okay if your seeds didn't germinate. It's okay. You could just start all over again.
It don't be feeling
There's
like
always
that,
next
but
year,
okay.
always next season. There's always next week, you know? Um, and you don't have to dwell on things as failures. It's all part of the process, all part of the
It's a process, it's a part of life. There's seasons. And sometimes things gonna work and sometimes they not. Sometimes you're gonna be riding high, sometimes you're gonna be dipping low. But you just have to stay in the race.
process.
Good tip.
Don't be afraid to start over again. I know that many of us, you hit your 40s, you're finishing up your career, especially us in the military. Most of us joined 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, 21 years old, and you're retired now and you're starting a new career. It's okay to start over. It's okay to be scared about starting over. All right? But the key is to know and lean on your experience and know that, hey, I'm gonna make it through this because I done made it through all of that.
You know what? That's good. And even if you ain't never been in the military, which I ain't never been in the military, but it's good to hear somebody say, you're gonna make it through this because you made it through all of that. Because we all been through something in life. And it's like gardening, it's growing. You made it through this season, so you know you're gonna make it through the next season because you already been through it before or something similar. So I get what he's saying. I can rock with this. Making me a little emotional, but I can rock with
All right. So, hey, starting over, just get used to it. It's fun. I love it. Let's go to number, whatever the next number is. Hey, y'all, we're about halfway through. If you're liking what you're hearing so far, if any of these is resonating with you, maybe touching your heart a bit, leave me a comment and let me know. If not yet, I still got 4 good ones for you, and y'all know I like to leave you with a banger. So let's get back to it. Number 6, small steps still count. Y'all, so many of us get discouraged when you get over 40, you're out in the garden, you're trying to do stuff, and you just can't do it at the pace that you used to do it.
It's
Small
so
steps
frustrating.
still count. We used to have this saying in the Army. Well, at least I used to say it. I don't know how many other people used to say it, but I think a lot of people said it. But, but you know, you're out there, you're running, you know, or you're on a ruck march or something like that, and man, you tired. Man, you tired. But if you keep putting one foot in front of the other foot, you will complete it. Now, think about that for a second. For my non-military people, it's basically saying just keep moving this leg, put that foot in front. Move this leg, put that foot in front, and just keep doing it. Don't think about the finish line. Just think about putting that one foot in front of the other foot.
Now, what he's describing right now is another component of mindfulness. Something I'm learning in therapy is that like one of my therapists, she used to always say before she left, she always say that I'm always looking at the end goal, which is nothing wrong with looking at the end goal. But sometimes you got to focus on the here, like what is the step, and don't worry about if you're on step 1. Don't worry about step 5 because you ain't got to step 5 yet. And I notice even when I'm driving, I do that. If I'm going somewhere and I got my GPS on, GPS is telling me, has told me to turn. I've turned, but once I turn, I'm automatically looking at where I'm supposed to go to next instead of just trusting the process. And I think that's a big component here, trusting the process.
Same thing applies in the garden. You don't have to tackle it all at once. Don't think about the finish line. Don't think about 4 years down the road when you got a greenhouse and you got this and man, I wish I had that. Don't think
Mm.
about that. Be in the moment. Do what you can with what you got. If you got 50 things you got to do in the garden, don't worry about 50 things. Worry about the one thing. Get the one task knocked out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because then once you get the one task knocked out, then you get the next task knocked out. And you just keep doing that. And before you know it, behind you, you got 50 tasks knocked out. So small steps still count. All right, y'all. This is one of my
Okay.
favorite ones. Number 7. You're never too old to start. Okay.
Woo! Because when I started going, I'm like, am I old? Am I too old to be doing this? Am I too old to be out here trying to dig around in this dirt? And by the way, I love playing in the dirt. Am I too old to be out here trying to dig around in this here dirt and get all this stuff? Like, am I, has my time passed me? And I like this number 7. I'm with you, Salty Dog. I'm with you. You're never too old to start something. Never too old.
Let me tell you, you've gone through a whole journey of your life. No matter what got you to this point or what path you took, you're here, right now. And to pass up on something that you could possibly love and enjoy for the rest of your life, don't pass up on it because you're scared because you think it's too late in life, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to, like I've said before in this video, you don't have to compete with nobody. Just do what you can do.
Mm.
You know, if all you got is some cinder blocks, throw up some cinder blocks, throw some soil in it, plant some seeds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because your path to where you are doesn't stop where you are. You just getting started. You just getting started. So, hey, I'm a harp back on, those of us who retired from the military with 20 years of service. Most of us are in our 40s, maybe even into our 50s when we retire. And depending on how many years over 20 that person did. And you're kind of forced to start over. You're kind of forced to restart your life. And that's just
I think that's been my problem with since the past 2 years is that it's like I've been forced to start over. I didn't start over because I necessarily wanted to start over, but life and situations that occurred in life has forced me to start over. So I've been like, I don't want to do this, and I've been fighting it because I'm kind of stubborn. I'm like I'm fighting against it. But when I start to let go and go with the flow of it and let go of the past version of me and embrace the new version of me, I'm finding a better way. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway,
proof positive that it's never too late to start. It's never too late. So I didn't start, I started back gardening in my mid 30s. So I was probably about 34, 35 when I started back gardening. That's when I first bought my house in Washington State. And I had a small garden. I'm gonna try to throw up a picture up here. And I had a little garden just on the side of my house. And
look at his garden. You can grow a lot. He got a container right here. One of those totes has got something growing in it. He's got a version of a raised bed right here. He's got some oil containers over in here. Oh, he's got to even look this. And I guess it's his little greenhouse. Oh,
I produced food there, and I produced food there for a few years until
is this some spinach or some? Looks like some Swiss chard. And is this some potatoes that you got growing right here?
Huh. Retired and left there, and now I'm here in Georgia, and I have a slightly larger garden. And so, don't let your age hold you back from doing something that's so rewarding. People say age ain't nothing but a number, and to a certain extent, I believe that's true. So don't think you're too old, even if you got an inside garden, even if you got, you're immobile and you can't get out and you can't, go and do stuff and you're in the wheelchair or whatever. If you can put a table next to you,
Mm-hmm.
you can garden. Don't let that age thing fool you.
I ain't in no wheelchair, but I know I put me one of my little 6-foot tables outside so I have somewhere to work when I was like getting ready to plant everything. So I have stuff to rest stuff on so I can make it comfortable for me. Sure did. So yes, sir. Tell it.
Now I'm gonna get behind the camera on this one so y'all can see. Don't let perfection stop you.
Mm.
Because a lot of people tell me how clean and weed free my
He need to get out of my business. I'm gonna need Mr. Salty Dog Homestead to get out of my business because he hitting on everything that I have been checked on over the past 2 years with my therapy and all that stuff. And yeah, letting go of perfection has been a big thing. It don't have to be perfect. You just got to do it. Because you try to make things perfect, you can't enjoy the process. But I'm going to hush and let him tell it. But he need to get out of my business, though.
my garden is and all that stuff. Look, y'all, that is not weed free.
Mm.
My garden has weeds in it. Y'all, look, come on. I mean, I can go all through this thing and show y'all. Look at that. Big old weed. That weed almost the weed almost as big as a collard right there. Y'all might be mistaking that for some greens. No, that's a weed. Look at that. I just pulled that weed the other day. Look at it. Look, I don't worry about perfection. Okay? Because you know what? That collard green gonna grow. It's gonna grow. That collard green don't care nothing about that weed right there.
Weed right there.
Now, granted, do you want this whole area full of weeds? No, you don't. Because that will take away from your crop. But don't think that you got to sit here and make it look pretty just so that you can post it on Instagram. Whoo, I'm going to let that one simmer for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, I had to let that one simmer for a little bit. Do I need to let it simmer a little bit more? Y'all got it? All right.
We going to start it out. You go ahead on. We ain't got to keep at us.
All right, we good. So now to the crescendo. Number 9. And number 9 is the reason why I made this video. And so if you're still here, I appreciate you. And number 9 is enjoy the quiet moments. Okay. Now that may not hit hard when I say it. All right. But let me break it down for you a little bit because it's got to be broke. Let's say you're out in your garden and you're doing stuff or whatnot, you know, and you're a little tired. Grab you a glass of water and just sit in the garden.
Oh my God.
Just sit there. Don't do nothing.
I love to just go outside and just sit to the edge of my garden and just look. I be feeling so good and grown. I be feeling so good and grown.
Don't try to be productive. Don't try to harvest. Don't try to clean up. Don't do none of that. Just sit there. Preferably sit on the ground. Just sit on the ground. Okay. Just take it in for a moment and just listen. And I'm telling you, I did that this past Saturday, and I felt such a connection with my garden and with nature. Some people call it grounding. Okay. I didn't have my shoes off and all that good stuff, you know, but I
ain't taking my shoes off.
There's something to that. There's something to it. If you know about grounding and what, leave some comments below about that. But just go out and be quiet. Don't talk. Don't listen to music. Meditate if you have to. Because I'm telling you, meditation in your garden.
I like to be out there and just sit out there and look at my plants sometimes and even go sit amongst them and just sit there sometimes, just have a conversation and just pray. And I just like, thank God for the harvest. Lord, I thank you for the harvest. Even though nothing is grown up yet, even though I may only have some little sprouts, I might have just put some seeds out. But just to sit out there and just be like, enjoy and just imagine what's going to come and let God show me what could possibly be out there. And then I just like, thank God, Lord, I thank you for the harvest. I thank you for the harvest. I thank you for the harvest. It is amazing. And it's just quiet. It's just me and the garden and the good Lord above. And it just be just a beautiful thing. And I may not even be saying it out loud. I may just be saying it in my head. And no, I'm not chanting and it ain't no witchcraft type stuff. It's just being in the moment and just embracing where you are and what God has blessed you to be able to do in that quiet moment. It is such a powerful experience.
Whoo! I might be talking to somebody now. I
Yes,
might
you
be
are.
talking to somebody
You
right now.
talking.
That right there is just that's next level gardening right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all know I garden for my mental health, and sometimes I get frustrated in the garden and whatnot, and I never really had a release of how to release that, and now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Just go be in the garden. Don't try to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy being quiet in the garden, meditate in the garden, ground yourself in your garden.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, you will have a whole different respect for your garden.
Oh wow.
And yo, that's number 9 for you. Hot dog. Boy. So yeah, after 40, man, gardening takes on a whole new meaning. You're not just growing vegetables, you're actually growing yourself. Gardening over 40 sure does hit with me right now, I should say. But yeah, hey, that's all I got for you. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Share.
Y'all go check out Salty Dog Homestead. Saltydawghomestead. I have linked to his original video and his channel down in the description. Y'all check him out. I just discovered his content. I'm starting to feel it. I get where he's going with it. I'm excited about getting going with my spring garden. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction video. Let me know what you think about it, and we'll just out. If you like these reactions, we'll just keep going. I'll give you some more. Till next time, y'all know what it is. Happy gardening, happy life, happy peace. Bye.